Hi, we are moving on to lesson 17 under unit. We're still learning about unit rates. This time we're going from rates to ratios. So lesson 16 brought us from ratios to rates. Now we're going the other way. Okay, so on page 71 you'll find lesson 17 from rates to ratios. And you're going to write, today I will find ratios associated with a given rate, including a ratio where the second term is 1 and a ratio where both terms are whole numbers. Okay, so you're going to find that. It's actually pretty simple. Recognize that all ratios associated to a given rate are equivalent because they have the same value. Notice how in lesson 16 you were using ratio tables, right? So that means that you've been working with equivalent ratios. Okay, on S71 is our classwork, and the objective for this is, given a rate, you can calculate the unit rate and associated ratios. Recognize that all ratios associated with a given rate are equivalent because they have the same value. Yes, guys, I'm repeating myself that we are going to keep making sure that you are hearing the same message over and over again so that at the end of this lesson, you're not going to look at me and be like, what? Those were equivalent? Okay, they are all equivalent ratios, and that's what we're looking for. Write each ratio as a rate. For letter A, we have the ratio of miles of the number of hours is 434 to 7. So I'm hoping by now you have recognized instantly what your ratio is. Okay, and that's miles to hour, which is 44 to 7. This can be written as, and we're going to find the rate by saying the rate is 434, okay, you'll see 434 miles over 7 hours. Okay, so 434 over 7 miles per hour. So that means you are, in 7 hours, you've driven 434 miles, okay? So now we want to know what the unit rate is. That means how many miles did we go in 1 hour? Like a first hour of driving, let's say we've been driving straight for 7 hours, you're on cruise control, you're driving the same rate the whole time. How many miles did you go that first hour? Okay, and this is 62 miles per hour. So notice how that division sign here, it's the same here, fraction, it's still a fraction, that miles per hour. So 62, we merely got that, we just got that, simply got that by dividing 434 by 7. Okay, 434 divided by 7 gives us 62. Our miles per hour stays the same. So 62 miles per hour. Letter B, the ratio of the number of laps to the number of minutes. Okay, so our laps to minutes is 5 to 4. So this runner ran 5 laps in 4 minutes. I'm going to have you calculate the rate. So the rate is what over what? And then there's laps to minutes. Laps to minutes, right there, through Q, right. And you're going to solve for that. How many laps did this runner run in 1 minute? Okay, laps per minute. That means there's only 1 minute. So pause this video to answer the questions. Okay, I'll be coming around to check your answers. Now, you are going to be working with this diagram, and this will help us go from either ratio to unit rate to rate or the other way around. For example 1, okay, you're going to use the numbers that we got here, 5 to 4. Okay, so our ratio, we said, was 5 to 4 laps to minutes. As a unit rate, okay, we're finding the value of this ratio, so we're turning it into a fraction. Okay, sound familiar? You've done this before. So our unit rate means we put the 5 laps in the 4 minutes here in the bottom. So 5/4. To find the rate, okay, what is this then? Remember, here's your unit rate. What is the rate? Because now we've got this descriptor here, laps per minute. So pause this video to answer the questions. So guys, really simple, okay? Now we're going the other way around. Oh, sorry, going back here. Remember, how many laps per minute? Did they go 1 minute? You'd already solved that in example 1. So you should have this answer. Going back now. Okay, example 2. Complete the model below, now using the rate listed below. Here we're given this rate 6 feet per second. So that means our unit rate, unit rate is 6, right? Here's this number here. We're going 6 feet per second. Our ratio is 6:1 because that's 6 feet for each second. Simple, right? So, what other equivalent ratios can you come up with? Remember, equivalent ratios. You can do a chart, a ratio table, tape diagram, whatever works best for you. What are other values you can come up with, or multiply the same number on both sides? Forgot. Okay. What other ratios can you come up with? So come up with at least 2. So pause this video to come up with at least 2 equivalent ratios. Now, you are going to be moving on to examples 3 to 6, which can be found on pages S72 to S74. When solving these problems, remember to use one of the 3 forms of solving for equivalent ratios. You have your tape diagram, your ratio table, and your double number line diagram. Okay, remember that? That was on your test, so I'm hoping you still remember that. As you come up with the different strategies to solve these problems, write your strategies on the board. Okay, I'm going to leave the board blank. You just go up and write down like number 3, I used a tape diagram. Do not solve the problem on the board because I want your classmates to come up with their own answers. Just show them different strategies. All right, so lesson summary. Rate of 2/3 gallons per minute corresponds with a unit rate of 2/3, right? Because that's per minute. And also corresponds to the ratio 2:3. All ratios associated with a given rate are equivalent because they have the same value. Find a partner to work with or work on your own and complete examples 3 to 6. When you're done, get an exit ticket from the shelf. Your homework is to finish problems 3 to 6 and problem set questions. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pushing you to work harder, get more practice. Do the problem set questions this time. Write your name on the board if you need help. Remember, you're working on lesson 17, examples 3 to 6. Let me know, guys, and I'll see you on lesson 18.